Oh, for sure, man. So I was probably I was an interesting kid in that two things. One, my grandfather. So I grew up, like I said, grew up in Chicago. My grandparents were both Chicago public schools teachers for like 30 years. They were like my second parents. They retired when I was in third grade, and they literally, from third grade to 12th grade, cooked me breakfast, took me to school, made sure I was good. Me and my brother. And so I grew up around them. They were like very, you know how some people are like, oh, I grew up with my grandmother. These were like basically my second parents when my mom was at work and that sort of thing. My granddad is a member of the fraternity. He crossed in the '60s at Lane College. So I kind of always knew about it, but it didn't really like click. Like I was never like a, oh, I want to join that kind of person. But what was interesting to me was actually the history part of it. There were cats that I just looked up to: W.E.B., Paul Robeson, Donny Hathaway. That I was like, oh, these are just people that are like my heroes and my idols in many ways, just as people. But then I was like, wait a minute, they was all, oh, interesting. And then Paul Robeson and Du Bois were actually a part of my chapter, like an Ada chapter in Harlem back in the day. And I was just like, oh, that's really interesting.